Going live?
Done.
Where we last left the Tree of Ravens, we had met up with a rather boisterous character named Zephyr, a famed arena fighter who had decided that he wanted to brave the Temple of Elements, along with the group Tree of Ravens, who are no longer the Tree of Ravens, now just the Unkind, losing their Tree of Raven tattoos and cleansing themselves of worms. They were invited to pay the church back by getting rid of the flowers that they had so painfully gotten last time, as odds are there are worm eggs on those flowers. Sent into the Temple of Elements, they are now on a mission to find and destroy those flowers before they infect any creatures. And unfortunately, if it does come to it, any creatures who are infected must be cleansed. But as a favor to the Church of Shaylin, to cause as little damage as possible, they were given an item when they came into here, a special dagger that has crafting properties. As a dagger cuts through something, you can then spill the blood onto a piece of paper, and it will take an element from that creature that you have sliced. And with that element, you are able to craft new materials from that list using the blade. Our first challenge, as we held hands and dove into the portal, was in an arena of fire. Molten magma all around us, obsidian mountains climbing as high as the smoke-filled skies, and a monstrous Jijin or Oni-type creature launching large blade attacks, which is so far the only thing that's canonically hit Eelix other than a plank of wood in this entire campaign. During this, there was a fire giant of some sort that seemed to be praising to an obsidian scimitar. And while praising to that obsidian scimitar, it seemed to be charging the Jinn's magic, and Karrith put a quick end to it, bartering the fire giant's life in response to safe passage. Won't hurt you. You let us go. Fire giant agreed, so long as he can keep his cool-ass sword. And with that, you departed, opening the giant doors to the next chamber, entering into a blackened hallway. This blackened hallway is lit by odd means. No torch sconces line these obsidian, lava-veined walls. No recessed lighting of any type. But for some reason, this chamber is extremely bright, as the sun was beating down on it from above, and not the eerie glow from the magma veins that you pursue. It stretches on for what seems like forever, but off, miles in the distance, you see a small door. Tree of Ravens. Unkind. What do you do?
I think we need to go to that
I'm gonna
door.
go ahead.
Sorry.
It seems to be the only logical place.
Any healing up you guys want to do in the meantime? Did I freeze or did we just lose Nate?
Nate is frozen in I'm about to take a poop face.
Oh, I thought that was, about the sneeze face. Oh, he's coming back? Oh, no, he's gone again.
Are we?
Hello?
Yeah, give him a second.
Hello?
That just hurt. Oh, woo!
I'm cold.
He's back.
And there are wolves chasing me.
All right, what were you saying, Nate?
I'm not too sure. Is there something going on in the server?
I don't think so, but if you want to drop out, drop back in, see if that fixes it, maybe. And absolutely F up Duality's cameras in the process.
Go for it.
I feel like he's just screwing with us and sitting completely still.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like.
Right.
All right. So, Karrith, you were saying something. Nothing? All right.
I was just saying with Eelix. I just opened. Sorry.
All right. Any healing we want to do before we go down this hallway?
I would like to be healed up a little bit, but I don't have any more resources because I spent them on everybody all the way up to this point. And I forgot how many hit points I have. I think I have like 8.
Single one.
I have 1.
No, because then
I healed him up.
yeah, you have a single point because she healed you up, but she didn't get you up fully, and then you nat 20 to heal.
That's right.
And I think she gave you an extra 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I thought I had like 8.
So it'd be 10.
Yeah, I got 10.
Yeah.
All right, that should be okay. I don't plan on getting hit again.
All right. Anybody else? Take the prolonged silence as a no.
No. Go to the.
Nope, he just dropped.
We'll give him a second to see if he comes back in immediately.
There he is.
There he is. All right. Downtail.
Yeah, wasn't too sure what happened there, but just trying to log into Owlbear crashed everything. So I don't know what happened.
So far, we're just discussing heals and such.
Okay.
And then we're going to proceed down the hallway.
All right. I agree to that for sure.
All right. You all begin to walk down the hallway. And about 2 miles into your trip, you notice the walls start changing color. They go from an obsidian black and begin lightening and lightening and lightening. And eventually, it's almost like you can start seeing through them. There's space off to the sides of both walls and all above you. You once again see that choked out grayscale cloud sky above you, those spires reaching tall and into the wilds, and lava plains as far as the eye can see. As you look off to your right, you see a magma elemental, as it is currently just watching you guys pass through the tunnel, almost as if it's people watching. And before you know it, the tunnel is gone. And you are now in this plane. In a weird, almost Jurassic Park-like way, you see several different creatures wandering around. Armadillos with spouts of fire coming off of their shell, massive armadillos, the size of dinosaurs. You will see different types of slugs and almost bipedal creatures that move around almost like chimps as they go. And what's more, you see a creature that doesn't quite seem to belong.
They wander
And
in
most of-
herds. They're supposed to wander in herds.
There is a creature that is currently wandering around, trying its best to get off of the magmatic floor. It's got a duck face and duck feet and has a turtle shell for its back and a beaver tail. And you'll watch as it is hopelessly platting after some creature riding just a second that didn't seem to be burning it quite as much as the floor. You'll hear it hissing as it's going up, but this hissing almost feels more like a calling out. And as it gets to this large reptilian creature, the creature turns, notices it, and bats it away. It rolls a bit, tries to get up from its shell, tips, and starts chasing after it again. And this reptilian salamander-like creature sets up by a pool of lava. I will Open that scene real quick. Here we go. You'll see a herd of the creatures congregating around the lava pit. And as they are leaning down and trying to sip up this lava, they see having the small creature, however, that doesn't seem like it belongs, moves over to the lava pit and begins sniffing. You will see that there are trees around here as well, just to describe the scene a bit better. There are dead gnarled roots that look almost like formed trees from ash, soot, and the magmatic ground itself. There are also strange pale-like trees that have these flame blooms on them, flowers that are exuding little fiery dots and almost look similar to the plants that you had brought down here prior, though these look more like the fire creation, or the final birth of which would become the fire creation. And you see ruby gemstones that jut from the ground in several locations, as well as some piles of skulls of creatures that have been consumed in this area.
I'm gonna
Froze for a second.
Huh?
I froze for a second there.
Oh, I was gonna say, based on the fact that there's a pile of skulls, something clearly hunts here. So I'm gonna ready a spell
All right.
in case something pops out, because the skulls. Look at the bones, is what I'm saying.
The bones.
You really
Well,
no Monty Python fans? I'm kind of disappointed.
Are all these creatures familiar to us? Like we've seen all these before?
They are not. These are creatures. These are creatures that you would personally have an idea about, but you've never seen any of them. Froze again. There we go. You would also have knowledge that the Temple of Elements is basically a habitat for some strange off-kilter monsters, kind of like a sanctuary. With that, you guys also have the options if you want just to walk past this encounter. Nothing major here.
Seeing who's your character again, Death? Karrith?
Razzik.
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 Seeing Razzik cast a spell, I'm going to start like slightly chuckling and just probably moving away to. Can I roll stealth?
Sure.
That's right on out there. 20.
For the record, I haven't casted anything yet. I just simply have components in my hands and I'm prepared.
Right, you're preparing. So with stealth of a 19. Yeah, I'm going to just try and move away from whatever nonsense he's about to do.
All right.
Nope, that's Nyphix. Sorry, Nyphix. Oh my god.
Get off his lap. Try to move in stealth.
However far I will be allowed to go.
I'll just cling onto his leg. He doesn't know I'm here. I'm so fucking small.
All right. And Zephyr, as you wander over to the side, you notice that over top of one of the pools of lava, there are these magmatic birds that are nested, birds of paradise, if you will, that seem to just kind of be roosting in the nest and cleaning themselves. As they clean, they use their flaming breath to burn off debris from their wings, and watch as it drops into the pool, sizzling and popping. And from that, a little creature, a creature's maw will come up It has no skin on its face whatsoever. It's just straight up bone and teeth. Long snouted like a crocodile, but off as it comes up and snatches up some of the debris and pulls it under. The duck beaver turtle creature will start trying to push away from the salamanders, realizing lava is hot. And as it's trying to push forward, it's not really getting any space in. It almost seems like the salamanders are trapping it in as well. You watch as they kind of lick their lips, comes over top of their eyeball.
Is it possible? Like, I know I'm not an owlbear at the moment, but is it possible for me to roll some form of perception and see if I can find some kind of path or route, like that just continues on the way? Because we went down this like wall, and the walls were like changing obsidian things. Is there like a clear path to just continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a clear path of continuance.
All right. I just nudge to the Eelix and I point at the trail. And I say, maybe it's best we just stick to it.
I agree. That does seem like the best idea. Don't want to go wandering around like crazy out here.
All right. So with that, I will move Karrith and Eelix along the path. And Nyphix, Razzik, what do you guys think? As you will see, the duck turtle now starts shooting out spouts of water to try and push the salamanders back so it can get its way through.
I think that I'm not responsible for any of these things, so I'm going to follow the path and just keep a watchful eye on what's going on around me.
As we start walking, though, I know that Razzik still has detect magic up. Technically, I have it. I don't feel like casting him yet. Nyphix is gonna kind of turn to Razzik and just kind of whisper to him and ask him, are they clean?
I'm sorry?
Are they clean?
I look at everybody in the party, just making sure.
The party is
monsters.
clean, and the monsters are clean.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's good to know. All right.
Just look
Yeah,
at
we're
Razzik
good.
and go, then let's go.
I agree. Let's go.
All right. And with that, creature will be kicked into the lava. And as it begins to sizzle, cook, and pop, one of the salamanders will lean down and lap it up. And it is gone. And you all will move further on and in. With that said, we now get to a small pathway and a pull. You notice that there is an obsidian monument that has literally built its way up and into the clouds. It looks like a mountain from far enough away as you are approaching it. The closer that you get, weirdly, almost feels like a stairwell. The correct path would be to just proceed on, but for the inquisitive minds, climbing up it can't be a bad idea too.
Anyone want to climb that thing?
Listen, there's no reason to talk about effort like that. Oh, this?
Yes, obviously, but I see what you did there. Tee-hee.
And Zephyr, you almost feel that mountain calling to you.
What's it saying?
It's a weird chanting noise. It doesn't have a language that you're recognizing, but it almost sounds heavenly to your ears. as if it's trying to lure you. Oddly, it feels good. It feels, the more that you're listening to this, you can feel it giving you goosebumps in your skin.
Feeling that this is that sense of power or whatever, wonder that I'm searching for, I would go towards it.
All right.
Just like a hobo to the smell of a heavenly pie on a windowsill.
And as you approach that mountain and head off away from the party, I don't know if they want to wait for you, if they're going to keep going, but you will see these stairs ascending all the way up, and furthermore, see flecks of flame beckoning off the stairs and climbing it, almost like a slinky in a way, creating rails on both sides of this arcane flame energy.
I'm enjoying this and thinking this is all normal. I keep on going.
I'm gonna assume that we do actually see him just fucking meander off as we continue walking.
I mean, he would be on the same path as you, so it's...
Yeah.
I would say, yeah. I don't think he's particularly trying to hide from you guys, more hide from what might happen.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid the wildlife.
Nyphix is definitely going to take heed on the fact that he has decided to stray from the forward path and go up the stairs, or head to the stairs, and he's gonna kind of head after him and go, "Hey, Zephyr, what the hell are you doing? Come on, man."
Don't you hear it? It calls. It's something like a dream. Surely you are not. Surely you are entranced by it.
I'm pretty certain I hear nothing, buddy. Come on.
Then perhaps you are unworthy of its gift.
I reckon we're in a completely different realm. If you're hearing things, it's best not to follow them.
Yes, and I should follow you, somebody whose group haphazardly fights giant elementals for fun, with throwing caution to the wind. I will take my chances with the heavenly voice. That's what you said it was, like a voice, right?
Mm-hmm. Like a singing hymn or chant.
I will kind of holler out to Karrith and Razzik and Eelix, trying to get their attention to the fact that we have a stray.
So we do. Take a puff on my pipe. Isn't that interesting?
Let's go.
No need to follow. Only those with the mettle of a hero should
Venture forth.
Yes, adventure forth.
And he's veering off the path that we're going on to like walk toward this sound.
Yeah, think of it like a mall. You guys are going this way.
How many times do I gotta say not my monkey, not my circus? I'm gonna look at Karrith, I'm gonna say that. Like, how many times do I gotta say not my monkey, not my circus? It's a bad idea.
I don't think we should go to the same time. We shouldn't split up.
Yeah.
And real quick, as you say that, Eelix, you'll hear calling from the winds, no particular direction, almost all around you. Yes, spoken like a true shadow.
I'm gonna think up to Arby like, hey, did you hear that too?
I did hear that.
Does anybody else hear anything?
The hell was that?
Oh, you didn't hear that.
Eelix, if you're hearing things too, we've got a problem.
Does Fine. All right. Yeah, we gotta go. Like, if we're hearing things.
I'm
That's
gonna
no bueno.
try and cut off Zephyr if I can.
Okay.
I'm not
As you
raging.
head
little,
up,
Not
little
stopping.
person against the big person here. But I'm gonna try and cut him off. In, I don't know, some sort of flashy fashion. I don't know. Try and break his concentration. In the way that he's looking up the stairs, maybe.
so Nyphix will dart out in front of Zephyr, flying up and getting in front of him. And as she gets in front of him and she stops and tries to prevent his action, you hear her call out a word of warning. And as she does, the clouds up above that are gray turn black, and a lightning bolt comes down from both sides and clap her.
Fucking hell.
You take no damage, but you are illuminated in a flash.
Spicy.
And also, from Eelix's point of view, a man of words, and yet you run from a game. And here I thought you were a clever inquisitor.
If you're going to taunt me mentally, where everybody can't hear you, you might as well pop out so everybody can see us so they know I'm not going bonkers here. I don't like these types of games.
What are you listening to, Eelix?
We'll see if it's anything or if it's just, me going a little,
Shit.
cuckoo
I'd
for
say
Cocoa
look at
Puffs.
you. Yeah.
Very well. You want to meet? Find the obelisk and consort with the snakes. Consort with your kind.
And I'm going to do another think up to Arby. Like, do you have any idea what the hell they are talking about?
It sounds like a riddle to me. Not a fan.
Yeah, me either. I don't want to go play with an obelisk. This does not sound like a fun game to me.
It wants you to go to the obelisk.
I don't know, and it doesn't want to make itself seen, but probably the same thing that's pulling our new friend over in the direction he wants to go.
Zephyr, from behind the lightning flashes that is Nyphix, as she's probably trying to recoup, though she hasn't. No deafening sounds, no nothing. You see the clouds beginning to part and see magma falling like waterfalls in the sky. Another land exists above.
I excitedly saunter elegantly, make my way to it. Elegantly.
And you start walking up towards Nyphix. Do you push into her, like, gently?
I mean, is it a one man or like the size of one person? I couldn't get around her.
The start of the path is the size of one person. As you start climbing further up past her, it'll start branching out and becoming a bit wide.
Excuse me, madam. Do you mind if I squeeze by?
Yeah, no, I think not. Zephyr. The party's down the stairs, buddy.
Well, it seems like you enjoy a good party. Far be it for me to get in your way. Oh, I'm sorry. Did something escape your throat?
Oh no, that was me.
Oh, okay. Well, I am not bold enough to put my hands unwillingly on a woman. And I will make an acrobatics roll to jump over her.
All right.
with a
Plum.
21.
And with that, Nyphix, you'll watch as he just Super Mario's over you.
Enjoy the
And
party.
continue.
Guarantee you Nyphix is gonna watch him jump over and go, what in the fucking hell?
I'm gonna approach Nyphix at this point. I think we're losing a little bit of 2 party members so far.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm just saying what's going on. Like, I'm not doing what
Yeah,
it tells
but if
me.
they're communicating with you, are they doing the same thing to Zephyr?
That's what I think's going on.
So what are they telling
Nyphix,
you?
Nyphix is gonna look at Karrith and just go, look, we can't let him go off by himself.
I fully
He
agree.
can't
We need
he
to be...
can't go around touching things.
What's he want to touch?
Just in general, Eelix.
No. What
has
specifically does he want to touch right now?
I have no idea.
Hey, you. Where are you going? What do you want to touch?
Am I in earshot of them, or am I too far up?
I'm
As
shouting.
Eelix calls up to try to get word from Zephyr, Zephyr is gone. And the clouds have reformed over that path. With that, Zephyr, you stand on an obsidian floor. Lava cracks and bellows from beneath. It's warm to the touch. And as you take a step forward and begin to move in direction, you'll see flames billow out amongst your feet, almost caressing you as they wrap up your leg, and then wrap up your leg on the other side. And you feel a massive presence coming towards you. BRB, I gotta go grab a book. Ugh.
Spirit, I mean you no harm. I simply come for knowledge and power.
You're gonna get it.
Oh, you could have gotten it, but you know.
No. I've had it.
Yeah, but have you had it that way?
Wrapped in sandpaper on the fist of a titan? I don't know. That's a sock
With
puppering
that-
I don't want to do.
Yeah.
You had me at sandpaper.
You had me at Titan.
Did I have anybody at fist?
Sorry, Nate. Don't be shy.
Oh, man, Nate, there's plenty of room.
With them, there's much more.
I got 2 of them. We could.
With that, you will see pulling from the floor in front of you. At first, it's horns bursting on fire from the ground beneath. A volcanic bull begins to emerge, massive inside, 80 feet tall.
I will.
It has
Go ahead.
liquid. I'm sorry, one more time.
No, go ahead. I wasn't trying. I didn't know you were done. Go ahead.
It has liquid green eyes. Its veins protrude from its body, spewing magma that flows over it like water. And you will notice that there are runes carved into the skin of this rock bull as it stares down at you.
I will take off my helmet and kneel, laying my sword across from me, perpendicularly at it, in front of me, and say, "Spirit, I mean you no harm. As stated, I am the Crimson Zephyr, a name fitting of this place,
Okay.
and hopefully of your presence. I come for knowledge and power, if you see fit to offer to such a being as myself."
I'm just coming.
The creature stares at you for a moment. And then in the process, let me just make a little map on the side here, begins to crumble and shrink down. As it crumbles and shrinks down, you are now standing
Did you break up?
On a freezing. There we go. Now I
Man, everybody's
keep
having
freezing.
issues today.
Yeah, Discord's been very
yeah.
fucky with me.
I could try something if you want. It might fuck your cameras up though, but you can change where the server's being drawn from to a different location, and it has a chance of bettering your connection. So I'll leave it up to you, Spike, because it's your game. Or I'll just
What?
move channels. You want me to try to change this to a different region, the server that we're drawing Discord off of?
That was weird. Did you move me?
I'd say
No.
no, I didn't. I would say let's ride it out. Worst case scenario, I'll re-enter. I'm taking a look down the bottom. You see the Wi-Fi keeps cutting in and out for the server, so that might be it too. I think I got to restart my server, my Wi-Fi
If
here.
it's worse and you want me to switch it, just let me know. I do it on my server all the time.
All right.
It's being fucking shitty.
So with that, Zephyr, every time the creature will shrink down. It's now huge. In front of you. It looks in your direction and simply says, "If you wish, the power granted to you by birth, show me you deserve it." And each word from this Titan's mouth sends those goosebumps once more. Sends those goosebumps once more through your body. Perhaps we should just switch the server, given how it's acting.
1 second. Alright. It's switched from US South to US East. Hopefully I didn't mess up your cameras.
Nope. They're all in the same exact
Shit.
spot.
Dope.
And with that, how much of it do I have to repeat?
The last thing I heard was you saying something about proving it. If you want the power, prove it. Something like that.
I heard goosebumps.
You want the power. If you want the power granted to you on your birth, you must prove you are worthy.
How does one do such a thing in a place like this?
What will you
What is needed?
in a place such as this? A primal mind lives. The mind of a primal beast is clear. You want it like the salamander. Take it.
Take the salamander.
Take your power from me.
Spirit, I do not understand. You wish me to take your essence?
Allow me to teach you. Does a 26 best your DC? Oh, your AC.
No. Yes. Yes, it does.
With that,
I'm on pins and needles.
the creature will lean down, strikes you with a tail, and you are sent with 13 damage careening into one of the pillars nearby. Fire burns all, claims all, reclaims land. Our soul.
You cut out for me right there. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, cut out for me where you said claims all.
Claims all. Show me the fire that burns in your soul.
My fire, and I throw down my. Well, I pull off my armor and throw it on the ground. My fire is of honor, and of the just. I will not slay a creature unworthy of unworthy of that fate. I don't know. Hold on. I will not slay a creature that is undeserving of that fate. Does that sound right? Yeah. If I'm meant to fight you to prove my worth, then my life is forfeit. Your power is undeserving of me if I must slay another to get it.
And with that, the creature will move up to you, grins ear to ear, and just simply says, "So be it." And the pathway will open once more as the clouds part and you see the stairway down. Flee, coward.
As soon as he calls me a coward, I hit Barbarian Rage. And I scream harshly for my mic crack. And with my armor off and my rage going, I will go to strike.
You scream harshly, what?
Coward. Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
and I will.
All right, I'm gonna bounce out and come back in myself to see if that fixes me.
No,
Jesus, I am absolutely like phasing out every 10 seconds.
Sorry, what'd you say?
he said he was phasing out every 10 seconds.
Stupid.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I didn't know because I'm trying to stay riveted and I'm listening to everybody.
Yeah, that's all good.
All right, so what happened now?
I just yelled coward as like it enraged me and went into barbarian rage.
All right. Right.
So and then I'm like.
And what would you like to do?
Running towards it with my bare fists and trying to smash it. So that's a 4 to
All right.
4 to strength. So 21 and 19. Yeah, I'll go to try and punch it, Hulk smash, or oh, I gotta roll on here.
So with that, as the clouds part for just a moment, you will hear Zephyr call out, "Coward," and then the clouds reseal the portal or the entrance.
I was about to ask about that. Was when he said it was open, is there a possible way we could have rushed in there?
It is so high up. If you were starting up there ahead of time to like investigate, yeah, absolutely. If you were staying down where you were before, no, not really. But it's on you. I'm not your dad.
I mean, what? We're twiddling our thumbs here just to figure out where Zephyr's going. Would we at least try to get there if we see the clouds open?
I mean, Nyphix was already after him in the first place, so she would have continued.
Right. I followed up behind you and when you were talking about it, and then told Eelix if he's talking to him and that's going on, like I would have probably stayed with you.
All right. So that will hit Zephyr. And I will alert that Nyphix is able to cross the barrier.
Okay.
Karrith, as you try to cross the barrier, you fail, but you are also no longer on the mountain.
Okay, so I didn't cross the path, but I'm also not there.
Correct. You are no longer on the mountain. You are on a different plane. Whoops. Hold, please. That'd be my bad. But go ahead and roll damage while I try to re-get the map up.
Roll damage.
Me.
Not for Zephyr.
Yeah, there's not.
So, okay, I wanted to make sure.
There's not a D3 on Owlbear. Can I roll it off?
Roll a d6, and then 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2. You get the point.
All right, ignore this. All right, so that's a 2 plus 7 damage.
All right. As you crack the Titan on one side and crack it on the other, you watch the flames lick off the Titan and start embroidering themselves into your fingers and wrists. The Titan smiles as you're taking these blows, and Nyphix, you part through the clouds to see Zephyr is taking on a creature more times his size than possible, as it will rip him up once more and calls out as it tosses him into the air and goes, "There you go. There, let the fire fuel you." And you'll watch Zephyr get tossed into the air, and the creature will open his mouth, and it is now Zephyr's turn. As Karrith, you find yourself on a familiar white sand beach. You'll see the familiar white sand beach and the blackened waves coming in from the tide.
Oh shit.
I take it Zephyr isn't here.
And you will not see Zephyr nor Nyphix. You would be correct.
That's what he, yeah, that's what he, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You would be correct in that assumption. This is just us, as is always.
Is he actually there, or is it just a voice?
He will apparate behind you, walking out of the ether like he typically does.
Why am I here again?
Well, you don't belong there, unfortunately. Would you?
They currently need
experiencing.
me.
Oh, he needs you like you need him currently. If he is successful, he will ascend. If not, he will fall. But it is his trial, as is this yours. That is not a place where you belong. I think we lost Nate. He's back.
He's thinking.
Oh, yeah. Every time I try to do anything Owlbear related, it does that. So I like cut it out. Oh, was
Did
he
you
not
say
able to
anything,
hear
or
me?
did you miss what I said? I did not.
No,
hear that.
I heard what you said. I said anytime I try to do something on Owlbear, for some reason it doesn't work. So
Jesus.
I don't know why.
Yeah, this lagging is so bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just me, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hearing you guys lag, but I'm not lagging.
True. So,
Yeah, I'm getting.
Got it. So
I'm hearing the lags, but I'm not feeling like I'm experiencing them myself.
I have you guys up on my third screen, and I can see every single time you guys freeze and lag in your cameras.
So apparently, they've been having voice and video issues on some servers. I just looked it up on Discord's thing, and 12th and 13th it says spontaneous disconnects and voice and video issues.
Shitty connections be shitty.
I mean, we didn't have a hard time last night on the Ronin's Den server. Should we try the podcast stage?
Does everybody have an invite for it?
I do.
No.
I'll move over.
All right. Let's bounce over to the podcast stage to see if it's still. Hopefully this fixes it.
Yep.
Hello.
Need Sweet Mama and Nate to get invites if you guys want to send invites.
I sent one to Sweet Mama.
Some on the Nate too.
I'm looking for his name on the list.
Here, let me move these up to speakers.
There, I invited them both. $90K. We're almost there, baby. Let's go.
It looks like they are stuck in that server.
So,
All right, I just sent them both messages with invites if somebody can. Up there's Sweet Mama.
Sweet Mama's here.
yeah. I sent them both invites also.
There we go.
Now we just need Nate.
Nate.
Hopefully this fixes it.
Well, I mean, I do also pay for the server, so I don't know if you guys do on the other one.
Like 110%, I was experiencing issues on my Servalia server at the end of the night. And I don't pay for that one.
Yeah, I got this one boosted twice. I mean, it's not much, but
Dude, if they would come off of it's like the way Discord Nitro works, I hate it. Like if they said, "Well, if you pay us, you get a better voice codec and better sound reliability," I would pay them.
Yeah.
I don't care about all the rest of the little frivolous bullshit that they give you. Fucking make the quality of the product better. That's worth paying for.
I wonder if Nate got frozen.
I don't know.
Did we get it figured out?
It looks like it. We're just trying it. There. I think we got him.
Yep.
Sick. All right. We are all in.
You just have to pull them up here.
Yeah,
I did. I sent him an invite.
There you go.
There we go.
Send him the invite to
All
speak.
right. Okay, so let's rewind. Currently, Zephyr is in the air, getting thrown by the Titan. Nyphix has pierced the veil and is up with Zephyr. watching him fight the Titan. Karrith is on the beach with Sarvoth. Sarvoth said to Karrith, unfortunately, you can't help him. That is not your challenge. He must face that alone. Whether he ascends or falls is on his own merit.
I just followed Nyphix into this. Is she there with him?
She may be, but your powers are different, as you well know. And you will watch the barricade form once more, that door opening, and see the brick path once more across the way. And with that, we will bounce back over to Zephyr. Zephyr, you are in the air, full on barbarian rage, and about to come straight down into the mouth of the bull titan.
Giggity.
What would you like to do? I think he went away to go deal with his son. I heard him say his son's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I look at Eelix and I'm like, well, looks like we gotta go rescue him. Let's go. And I proceed up the stairwell.
Always gotta rescue people.
Yeah, well, I don't like it any more than you do, homie. We're not getting paid nearly enough for this shit.
Not getting paid, period.
I know. That was the point I was making.
All right.
All right, fine. Do I see this obelisk with anywhere nearby?
As you start heading up the mountain, you and Razzik will both experience a scene lay out in front of you.
Okay.
Eelix, as you are wandering up and the clouds part, you will see the obelisk, complete with those snakes that you were so warned about before. And as you cross, and that's as you're heading up to the barrier yourself. You have not crossed it yet. Important note: I don't like to throw anybody to the wolves.
Yeah.
And as for you, Razzik, you see a well of gravity, open, starlit, mountains and debris floating through space, and you feel the cold air slam against your skin, cutting you like rivulets.
Interesting. Uncomfortable. Anyway.
Neither one of you can see the other one's scene. You will only see your own individual scene.
So take a good look around. I still have detect magic on, so
From the looks of it, Razzik, and your detect magic, you are looking at a dimension that has opened up in front of you. A rift, if you will.
okay.
However, you have not crossed the barrier, as I said. So it's on you if you want to cross that barrier. Also, hopefully Freya lets me know when he's back.
Is there anything that would lead me to believe that I could survive in the atmosphere on the other side of this barrier?
Nope. Trust. That's about it. And yeah, it looks like empty space. So it looks as dangerous as it might be.
It seems rather peaceful, though. I stepped through.
All right. And with that, Razzik, you are now floating in this astral sea. Temporal portals open alongside you. You see a massive bone dragon that has been felled upon the cliff, and you feel a presence all around you. Are you holding your breath at all?
No.
Okay. So weirdly, as you are inhaling the air from this area, it feels almost like your lungs are crystallizing, but it doesn't become any harder to breathe. As for you, Eelix, you cross your barricade.
Think up to RB. I'm gonna go. Should we just go touch the damn obelisk?
If you're curious like I am, then again, not our monkeys, not our circus.
Yeah, but we're the only ones in this circus at the moment, so it is kind of our circus.
When you put it that way, I suppose so.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna coat some fingers, and you're gonna expose others, and we're gonna touch it at the same time.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna have RB like coat half the hand, and leave the other half of my hand exposed, and we're gonna touch the obelisk.
And as you both wander up and you place both of your hands on the obelisk, there currently is no function to it, but you'll see the snakes pivot and turn towards you. They begin to uncoil and look at you for a moment, hissing in a foreign tongue you're not too familiar with. But it sounds as if they are trying to greet you in a way. You notice they gesture by bobbing their heads at you.
I'm not too familiar with it, but I'm partially familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna have RB kind of slime up, like actually like take form from the palm of my hand. I'm like, talk to these.
You'll watch as RB comes up, manifests in form, and takes a little Eelix form and begins to echo out in Sylvan, if you know it. And as he begins speaking in Sylvan, it's not too long before his Sylvan speech becomes garbled. And it starts sounding like a cross between Sylvan and Necril, the language of the dead.
Mm.
With that, one of the snakes begins to glow with green eyes, and the other obsidian black smoke. And the obelisk glows once more. A pathway parts in front of the obelisk, and you see a city shrouded in shadow. An entire landscape depths out in front of you, and a tavern door sits there, awaiting for you to open it. Before you can even think back to the plane of fire that you were just on, you find yourself on this cobbled streets. Shadowed creatures walk around you. Their forms mirror manifestations of things you've seen before. Shadowed dwarves and elves and gnomes and humans, all of them a dark, twisted form. All of them with these hollowed white eyes.
Well, this looks like we're in a great spot, doesn't it?
A little bit. I don't think we have a face for this one.
No, I don't think we do. How about this? Keep an eye out on behind us, and I'll keep an eye out forward, and let's go do what we need to do.
And you'll feel RB slide up and manifest eyes on the back of your head, peeking through your hair.
Yeah.
And you are now inside of the Shadowed Tavern. Fraley, back.
Yes.
All right, you are in the air, tossed by the Titan. You are about to come straight down and into this bull Titan's mouth. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Burn into his mouth.
Yep, the mouth has opened up and it is getting ready to accept you as its willing snack for the day.
I am going to. Like, am I falling into it, or I'm holding its teeth up? What am I doing?
You are falling into its mouth.
And I'm trying to find a feat that I can steal. They all have prerequisites I don't have. I guess I will try to. I'm gonna. This is a fire creature, correct?
Mm-hmm.
As I'm falling, whatever, I'm gonna try and shoot my burning hands into its eyes.
All right. As you fire your burning hands into its eyes, you will watch as it fires up a cone breath as well. And these two breath attacks, this breath and this cone, hit each other and start to have a polar action to each other as the burst from it allows you to pivot yourself and land, now taking the full force of this Titan's breath as you've landed in front of it, shielded only by the burning hands around you. With that, Nyphix, you find yourself standing there watching this tug of flame war in front of you. What would you like to do? You ran up here with Karrith, and Karrith is gone.
Well, I can definitely say when Nyphix kind of bursts through the clouds, it's going to take her a second. She's going to look around for Karrith, because Karrith was beside her. And then
Nate's got to back up.
look to Zephyr. And fire. We hate fire. um I guess I'll just actually kind of call out to Zephyr. Kind of get his attention to ask him, like, what in the hell is going on up here?
And as you scream out what, you notice no sound comes from your mouth. Only empty air. You sit there for a second trying to recoil from this emptiness, and you feel a presence behind you. Large and imposing. Humanoid in shape, but not in features. A being made entirely dressed in a white cloak of energy. There are rivulets of lightning that are accentuating its body, and blue arcane markings that come around its head and its forehead and around its cheeks. And it has horns atop its head that come out and then jut straight up. And it stares at you. Just watching you. You take a look back at Zephyr, and he's not seeing what you're seeing. He's not seeing this creature who's watching not the fight, but you.
Can I tell if Zephyr is even able to see me?
On a justified look? No, not really. It seems Zephyr is consumed battling this creature. And Zephyr, it's now your turn again. You are currently in battle, breath weapon versus cone of fire, and you are about to lose. That fire is eking in, eking in, eking in. What would you like to do? As this creature gets closer and closer and closer to you, and almost a means to assert its dominance on you.
Having this thing do exactly what I wanted to do because I didn't want to fall into its mouth, I'm going to embrace this and use my how many more rounds do I have this? I only have 2 more rounds? No. 4 times. Okay, yeah. So I got a couple more rounds left. I will try to grapple it. Like, I'm gonna run through the fire and try and grapple this thing.
Go ahead and make a CMB check.
Mm-hmm. Un momento, por favor. Damn, man. I don't think I've rolled below 17 tonight. So that's going to be a CMB. Where are you at? It's going to be a 28.
You run up and you manage to grab a hold of both of his teeth. And as he looks at you, he goes, "What do you think you're doing? I am the aspect of fire and flame. My fire burns all." And with that, you lose your flame resistance.
Okay.
You feel the fire now scorching your skin, ripping through you, your flesh burning, boiling, and bubbling beneath his flame, but you are holding tight, refusing to let go.
And I will scream, I am the Crimson Zephyr, and I will be worthy!
All right.
Oh boy.
Nyphix, watching this scene taking place and seeing that you are currently just a bystander in this realm with this creature looking at you, what would you like to do?
Well, I will, of course, having, felt this being standing behind me, I will have kind of looked over my shoulder, seen it, and when I hear Zephyr holler out, it will catch my attention. And I think at that moment, when I see that he is burning, I will probably take flight and try and grab him and stop him from his fight.
All right. So you will get over to him and grab hold. But you will find it is hard to move this man. And Zephyr, you feel something grab a hold of the back of you and is holding tight. What it is, you do not know. You cannot see it. Well, that's not right. Hold on a second. That's not right at all. Got to reset a map, apparently. But whatever this is that's grappling you, you don't see it. The creature behind you, Nyphix. Are you trying to save him? Or help him?
Why can't I do both?
You can. But you yourself are not both. Do you seek war or peace? What are you? What drives you? And with that, while still holding on to Zephyr, while still feeling your hands on his body, I have to unlock a fucking map that I dropped in the wrong spot. All right, you know what? I'm just going to eat. Yes, leave. Owlbear's being a punk ass. Give me a second. Technology is failing me tonight. Cool. Look at that. I can move things. It's like I own this board. I have moved you to the lower map, and you will be amidst your Titan. While still feeling Zephyr in your hands. All you've known is war. Just like someone else. Do you remember? And you will feel fading in behind you a familiar and very dark aura. Hello there, love. It's been a while. Good to see you still doing well. And as you turn away from this creature, still feeling Zephyr in your hands, you see Malik. Blades drawn. Wet with Vickers' blood. You up for a tussle? And the creature will once again say to you, who are you? With that, let's cut back real quick to Karrith. Sarvoth has opened the portal in front of you once more.
And this is supposed to lead me somewhere?
The same as before. The arena. I'm happy that I've given my talents to somebody who's actually using them. But it won't serve you very well unless they grow.
Listen, as great as I would be right now, I need to know where Nyphix is.
I assure you, the same as you are going through. She must handle her own challenges alone. Deep breath. It will all be all right. You're not the only one, Torn.
Your calmness doesn't put me at ease.
Very well. Would you like to see her? I assure you, you will be powerless there. And this will come at the sacrifice of your own power. The chance to grow, of course, not what you already have. There'll be more chances in the future. Growing never truly stops.
I just don't know what to trust right now.
I understand that. Trusting is exceedingly hard when you can't even trust the ground that you walk upon.
Haven't been able to trust a lot of things. I'm starting to wonder if it even matters.
Now don't speak like that. All of it matters. Your trials, their trials. I can't vouch for if they'll survive their trials. That is on their own. I fear most for your friend Eelix.
What'd you do to Eelix?
I've done nothing. It's the temple.
So you're here.
No. I'm here. And he points at you.
So you're not a part of this temple.
I am not. But the realm of void is an element in its own way.
If there's everything, there always has to be nothing.
Correct.
So why am I here?
To grow stronger. The temple will not grant you any more powers than you already have.
I'm not here for power.
You're here to help. Yourself, your friends, your allies. You are both your best boon and your best bane. Of course, I understand that your heart is bigger than most. I will always be here to teach you. They, however, only have one shot. Well, most of them.
Most of them.
Razzik has seemed to have gained the attention of more than one thing. No, which one will do him the best favor, I honestly can't tell you.
Then if I complete this trial of yours, will I be able to help them?
Their power will become your own. So long as they wanted to. As Vickers once said, and he begins to walk towards the pathway, teamwork is the basis of all cooperation. Or something like that.
How do you know about Vickers?
I told you. I'm here. And he's on the other side.
Guess we gotta get this over with. And I venture through.
All right. As you venture through, you will find yourself once more in the Sandstorm Arena. Because she was first on your mind, I'm going to copy you and put you down there as well. You will see Nyphix holding on to something, while Malik sits on one side and a giant celestial creature sits upon the other. I'm going to slap the pause button on that. We're going to cut back to Razzik. Those eyes from all around you begin to manifest. The beings, the portals begin to swirl and release out of it because I don't have another fucking token for it. You'll begin to see a cat made out of starlight walking around the area. It'll eventually pause in front of you as you float through this area and just kind of stares at you for a second as it's sizing you up. What do you do? Oh no, Death is dead.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry. My bad.
Did you hear what I was saying?
No, I fell asleep, dog. I apologize. My bad.
I'm sorry for boring you.
No, not at all. I got like mouth infection going on, and they got me on all sorts of pills for it, and it's making me fucking have like trouble staying awake.
A celestial cat made of starlight begins to pace around you, sizing you up as you float within this starlight void.
Okay.
It is the size of a normal house cat. What do you do?
I will reach down and try to pet it.
As you reach down and try to pet it, you will feel paper as your hand hits an opened book. Your opened book in front of him.
Interesting.
And as you sit there, realizing that your attempt to pet the cat has failed, it will grow in size in front of you. And soon is towering over you as a giant shadowed mass of gravity, threatening to pull you in. You watch as this giant muscular being crosses its arms in front of it. Who are you to touch my book? Are you a child willing to learn?
Depends on what you're willing to teach.
I am what keeps your feet on the ground, what allows you to fly, what keeps your world stationary or moving. The force of nature itself. Gravity. And he closes his hands, and as he does, you feel your legs get grabbed and pulled towards the ground harshly as you descend thousands of feet in an instant. And then stop.
That was abrupt and interesting. How can I have this power?
You want it? Easy. Swear yourself to me and speak my name. Bog Nasoth. And with that, the book will turn and its pages begin to start moving as a teeth form from the pages. And you hear it speak to you. I wouldn't do that if I were you, unless you are wildly crazy. A bottle for a soul is not a proper bargain, is it, Father?
What? Okay. No. It seems unfair.
Do I? I am concerned with fairness. When I'm offering you the power of the cosmos itself.
But why just one soul? I would happily feed you more.
Oh, great, here we go. A power-hungry zealot. I swear, if you take his bargain, I will hunt you to the end of the world myself. And you'll watch
a better one?
You'll watch as the creature himself begins to reach out towards the book. She goes, I can teach you what you need to know without having to swear your soul away to some faceless entity who's only wishing to eat you when you're done. You're nothing but a plague. Choose.
Give me a moment.
Time's up. And with that, as he says time's up, we're going to pivot to Eelix.
Fair enough.
Eelix, you open up the door of the bar and you will see immediately you are the odd man out crew. There's a motley amount of shadows in here. And one man who sits upon a table. He is human in nature. His skin sullen onto his body, veins very easily viewed and purple in their nature. He wears a brimmed hat on his head. Love you. Once save it, please, and I will happily populate that for him. My wife literally just finished her tavern as we speak.
Wow.
And here I was going to go without it.
Dates all smiles.
All right. But a man sits with a brim hat on his head, pulled down over, shuffling a deck of cards. And I'll be right back, where I need to grab this. Thank you. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. All right, deck in hand. He shuffles them upon the table. And you see a seat pull up in front of him.
Well, this isn't ominous at all.
Currently loading the map to bring it in for you, Eelix. Cool. Awesome. Asset manager. No, don't add tokens. That's dumb. Why would you do that? Add scenes.
Okay.
All right. All right. Get. Okay. Of fucking course I would. Unlock. Perfect. All right, Eelix, what would you like to do?
Oh wow, I was muted. I guess I'm gonna pull a chair up and get ready to be dealt some cards.
What type of game do you fancy?
You know what? Dealer's choice.
I like your style. Let us begin. How about, and he will draw you the swashbuckler.
Okay.
You're not typically one for combat, are you?
I try to avoid it
I
when
love-
possible.
Well, perhaps we shall see how you will handle this one. And with that, a man begins to apparate next to you, and the dealer, this old man, puts the deck of cards down on the table. As you will see a man with a feathered hat pop up next to you, a rapier drawn, looking like something straight out of a Three Musketeers book. And he points his rapier at you. On guard, your honor or mine?
I'm gonna do something possibly really stupid here. I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to look right back at the dealer and say, I thought we were playing a game.
We are. How will you solve this little game?
Oh, I'm not playing that one. I thought we were playing cards.
And we are.
Well, I'm not getting into combat here, so he can sit there and point that thing at me all night. Draw another card.
The dealer will smile and waves his hand over the deck for you to draw. Man of his own fate. I enjoy that.
So go ahead and pull one off the top.
As you do, you pull the shepherd. And the musketeer disappears. With that, you will be greeted in your bar by Razzik and by Karrith and by Eelix. But man, there's something weird about them. What is Karrith's favorite color?
I think Karrith's favorite color has to be a steel blue.
All right. What's Razzik's favorite color?
Black, of course.
I could have called that one.
And what is Nyphix's favorite color?
Green.
Awesome. Eelix, you hear the of your three friends apparating behind you, and then you hear ah! And you will see a blue sheep with Karrith's face, a black sheep with Razzik's face, and a green sheep with Nyphix's face.
Mm-hmm.
I always prefer a person who's honest. What do you say?
What do we say? What?
Does this seem accurate to you?
I'd say it's more like herding cats than sheep, but
Well, I suppose you're right. But the game is in your court. And you have chosen your own fate. Will you lead that flock? Or something else? Only time will tell. How do you feel about power?
it's good for a weekend, but hardly anything you want to hold on to.
Ah, is that why you, and he pulls another card from the deck, betrayed the Ravens?
Betrayed's a very hefty word there.
As he holds up the Raven card. For those of us that were looking down.
Yeah, I seen it.
I too saw it.
Then what would you call it?
They all stay alive, and we all keep progressing forward instead of getting stuck in a jail cell. I wouldn't say betraying is a great description of what's going on.
I see. Spoken like a true puppet master. He draws another card. The marionette. Perhaps that's because you've always lived your life as a ghost, never looking to get too close, hiding within the mists. But a new player has entered the field after you being a raven. longer are you said to be the illusionist that you mean yourself to be. As Berserker enters your field, perhaps you will instead be an executioner. What do you say?
I say I have a remarkably low body count.
Do you? Words kill people, Eelix. If that's the name you wish to continue using. Actions kill people. I suppose two charlatans can get to know each other well. I like you. My power is not yours to give. My power is not yours to gain. But I will say, if you wish to pull the next card, you can take my blessing.
And what
But-
good would that do me?
Darkness to shroud you or your allies. A new spell for your repertoire. What about some damage? Things that you could only dream of. A power that will grow with the faces you wear.
And I already got enough voices talking in my head at the moment, so I'm going to have to pass. I'm going to stand up, kick my chair, like not kick the chair, but, stand up from the chair and start heading toward the door.
Yeah, fuck that guy, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Very well. Perhaps we don't wish to know what the fate held for you. Goodbye, Eelix. But keep in mind, I will become yours. As the trader card passes across the table. And Eelix is released from the Shadow Realm. Nine minutes left. How well do we feel?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Frail?
I got 9 minutes. 8 minutes.
Okay.
He's going to
All
turn
right.
into a pumpkin.
Bitch, it's 8 to 10 for a reason, son.
It's 7 o'clock.
For you.
All right.
Gross, bro.
So with that, let's pause it here, and we'll pick this up 2 Tuesdays from now.